Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. And I just got finished shooting an IDPA competition match or whatever, and I'll put on the screen how I did today. But after shooting, I decided I want to come out here because I want to show y'all this suppressor that I got. This is the B&T Print XH RBS Suppressor, and I've been in the market for another 5.56 suppressor. And shout out to Silencer Shop for reaching out and getting this out to me. But let me tell you a little bit about Silencer Shop. So I didn't even hear about Silencer Shop until my husband was in the market for a suppressor about a couple months ago, and he was like, "Summer, you heard of Silencer Shop?" I was like, "Yeah, I heard of Silencer Shop." He was like, "You know how easy it is to get a suppressor?" And I was like, "Well, it can't be no easier than what I've been doing." Like, you know, I've normally, if you've seen my video at the beginning of this year, normally I go to my local gun range that I frequent, and they already have my fingerprints, they already have my photo, they already have my information in the system. So when I go and buy a suppressor, I just tell them, "Hey, I want to buy a suppressor." We go into the back office, we certify all the information, and we're done in like 10 minutes. Well, that's once you've gotten started. If you never bought a suppressor before, it's not that quick initially. Before, I had to type in all my information. I had to type in my name, my address. I had to show my license. They had to take my picture. We had to do all the finger stuff. And that took probably a good like 20-30 minutes initially. So I told my husband, I was like, you know, why would I switch up doing something that's been working? And he was like, "No, you got to try it out because it is so simple." So I went to another local gun store, and they have the actual Silencer Shop kiosk. And basically you do everything right there. You can, if you want to, you can create your Silencer Shop account, or if you already have a Silencer Shop account, you would just log into Silencer Shop right there on the spot. If you don't have fingerprints in the system, they literally have a fingerprint system right in the kiosk, and you just scan all your fingers. If you don't have a picture, I needed a picture for my account, and they literally had a wall. I stood up against the wall, took a selfie, uploaded the picture to the kiosk. That simple. And then from there, I already had my account set up, got the suppressor. The gun store, or the person at the gun store, called me and said, "Hey, we got your information. We want to certify your suppressor." And I was like, "Okay, when do you want me to come in?" They was like, "Oh no, you don't have to come in. Just give us a call. We'll screen share, confirm all your information online, and we'll get it sent into the ATF." And I was like, so that's all I got to do. Pretty much that's all I had to do, and I got my suppressor. Now I will say this is the second longest I had to wait to get my suppressor, but I'll factor that everything that's going on right now with the suppressors and the ATF and the ruling and all that, I'll factor that in. But it did take me almost a month to get this one, but it was very simple. I did not have to leave my home to get this suppressor. I literally, you go online, pick which one you want, you pay your tax stamp if that's still a thing at this point, and the people will call you from the gun store that you ordered it. They'll certify everything, get it sent to the ATF, and then you just wait for your approval. It was that simple. So yeah, make sure y'all check it out. I'll have some information down here on the screen if you want to check that process out. But it's so simple, and Silencer Shop just makes it really simple to get your suppressors. Why do you want a suppressor in the first place? Well, because it helps reduce your hearing. When you come out to the range, I still recommend that you wear ears. Sometimes I don't wear ears when I shoot suppress, but it helps with the experience, the shooting experience. Guns are loud, and when you put a suppressor on it, it reduces the sound. It doesn't make it silent, but it does reduce the sound. The other thing is it makes your shooting experience way more fun. When I shoot my guns, because it's suppressed, I get a little bit less recoil when I'm shooting. And I mean, who doesn't want less recoil and less sound? So if you're in the market, I say check Silencer Shop out and see what they have to offer for you. All right, so enough about all that. I got my 12.5 out here, and I have this suppressor. So let me give you the rundown, the specs on this suppressor so we don't miss anything. This, again, is the B&T Print XH RBS Suppressor. Very compact design, advanced hybrid materials like titanium to make it lightweight. It is pretty lightweight, though. The RBS is reduced back pressure system, and it endures 22,000 plus round test cycles without skipping a beat. And the versatile mounting system. So I run a lot of Silencer Co stuff on my rifles, and so I was able to get the Bravo. I think this is the Bravo or the Charlie hub mount that screws right onto the end of the suppressor. So whatever hub mount system you got, they will be able to run. The length is 7.28 inches. The weight is 12.9 ounces with the DM hub. The diameter is 1.73 inches. Like I said, it's titanium with 718 Inconel inserts, and the finish type is the type 2 anodized black. And it does initially come with the 1/2 by 28 thread pitch if you want to do a direct thread mount. So let's put this thing on. Let's see how it shoots. First, let me show y'all how this thing shoots unsuppressed. All right, we got 12 rounds in this thing. Alrighty, let's see. All right, I just shot 5 shots. I think it was 5 shots. And even the people behind me was like, wow, okay, because it's loud, so loud. So let's finish out this mag and see if y'all can tell how loud it is. Alrighty, so I think that was 19 rounds. I ejected a round accident, but that was 19 rounds of just goodness. Now that pressure I was getting back to the face, you could definitely feel it. So let's see if this suppressor can mitigate some of that. Before we put the suppressor on, let's go look at these shots real quick. All right, that's where my shots are. I am using IDPA targets today, and that's where my shots were. I have my rifle zeroed at 20 yards, but I'm shooting right now at about 15. So I do need to come up with the height overboard situation, but that's where we are unsuppressed. All right, we got 20 more rounds, and we are going suppressed. Let me show you how that looks. Does add some length to this rifle. This is my 12.5 build, and with 7 more inches of this suppressor puts us at almost 20 inches. So this should be a good experience. All right, we're at 15 yards still. Let's see. Woo! That's good. That's good. It reminds me of, I don't know, I think I have my 10.5 here with the Silencer Co. LBP, low back pressure Velos LBP on here. This isn't what it reminds me of. So it takes off a lot of that pressure on your back when you're shooting, that recoil, and it allows you to stay on target. Now looking from here, I'm low because I'm zeroed at 20, and I've got a few flyaways, but I was able to stay right on target, and that reminds me of what I'm used to shooting. All right, let's look at these shots. Ugh, the sun is switching. Alrighty, so I would say the grouping unsuppressed was way better, obviously. But, you know, once you suppress your gun, you got to get a feel for it. So, had a one there, and all the rest of them here. Of course, need to come up with my holdover. But again, the suppressor added great reduction on that, especially that blast I was getting before shooting suppressed. Like that thing, it was, if you don't shoot suppressed, I think you understand what I'm talking about. You get like that, almost like somebody about to punch you, but they stop. So it's like you feel that, I don't even know if that's a good analogy, but you feel that pressure coming, but it kind of like stops. It doesn't hit you. So let's shoot it again, but let's do a holdover, and let's get the timer out and see what we can do. I thought about doing the timer, but y'all know how the timer works when you're shooting a suppressed gun. It don't work because it don't pick up the sound. So let's just give it a try and see if it picks it up. If not, we will just take some shots at low ready and see how good we can stay on target and how accurate the suppressor is or is not. Maybe the timer will pick it up, or maybe not. Nope, it's still going. Alrighty, so we'll just take 10 rounds of low ready, and we'll use the beep as a start. We'll do 10 rounds of it, and then we'll go look at the target. I don't know if it's the suppressor or if it's my trigger, but y'all know, if you don't know, y'all know I built this by myself. I built this 12.5 by myself, and I built it just the way I like it. And every time I shoot this thing, I always have to pause because it just shoots great. Man, I think them two actually stacked on each other. Anticipated it. All right, that was the last two. Let's go look at that target. Okay, that's what our target's looking like. Did have that one up there, and I did correct my height over bore. So that's where we are. I think it's super accurate. Other than some things that I need to correct on my own, I think it shoots great. Like, I never had a I've never shot a B&T suppressor. Actually, I have. I went to the range and they had the B&T APC9 or SPC9, something like that. It was a 9mm delayed blowback or roll delayed blowback with the suppressor on there, and it shot really great. So I forgot that I had that experience in mind, but shooting this 5.56 can, it's a dedicated 5.56 can or 223, and I think it works perfect for my 12.5 setup here. Like, the handguard is getting pretty hot. It is hot out here today though, so the heat doesn't add to the suppressor being hot, the handrail getting hot, and we're shooting suppressed, so you already know how that goes. Let's see. Woo, that thing getting hot. So that's it. I enjoyed this suppressor so much. I can't wait to shoot it some more on a day where it's not as hot, or I can come out here a little earlier. Like I said, I just finished shooting a competition match, so I decided to shoot this and see how it ran for me, but I love it. I brought my 10.5 out here because I want to see the comparison of shooting it in a 12.5 configuration compared to a 10.5, but the thing is too hot, and I don't want to wait for it to cool down because it could take a minute with it being so hot out here. But yeah, y'all, if y'all are in the market, make sure y'all check it out, because there it is. I got one more mag that I will I'm gonna take some headshots. Let's see how accurate we can be at the headshot mark. So let's load up, and then we'll take headshots at low ready again. I might have missed both of those. Oh, I can't see them. Might have missed them. That one hit. I can see it. Oh, I missed those two completely. Took my time on those two. This thing is getting hot. And there it is. Now, I'm still working on my headshot, so don't judge what y'all about to see. trying to take this training one step at a time. Now, ammo is expensive and not too many people sending out ammo to the channel. So working on one thing at a time. Oh, I didn't cover up the body shots from earlier. I think these were from earlier, from the body shots. And then here's the rest. All right, so not too bad. We got majority in the head zone. And I mean, if we talking about a real life person, then all these count. Cause I hit your ear, I hit your lip, I hit your nose, I hit your hairline, something. If I hit all this. So that's it, guys. That's the B&T suppressor. I want to get more rounds through it, but it's a little bit hot out here today. And I'm actually ready to go home so I can eat because I'm hungry. But one more look at it. I think it adds to the setup that I have here. And I think this setup is now complete. There's a couple more accessory things I'm gonna do to this, but as far as the functionality of it goes, I think we're good to go here. I think we're good to go. I'm super excited about this. And again, shout out to Silencer Shop for partnering with me and collabing with me on this. And if y'all are needing a suppressor, make sure you hit up Silencer Shop's customer service is top tier. They even walk you through the entire process if you need them to on how to get this thing. And a little FYI, these are legal. I don't know if y'all think they're not, or some of y'all think that we shouldn't have these. That's your own personal opinion, but the facts are the facts. These are legal and we can have them. Now, like I said earlier, we're going through all this stuff with the suppressor and hopefully things weigh in our favor. But, you know, as of right now, everything is legal when it comes to a suppressor. And in my opinion, the legality of having a suppressor has more benefits than it does have cons. Despite what you've heard, despite what anybody or what organization is saying what, guys, come on, like, do your research and understand that things are not as bad as people make them seem. So go get you a suppressor if you're able to have one. Make sure you do your own research of how to own a suppressor in your state and what you have to have and what you don't have to have, who can own it, who can't own it. Do all your own research. I'm giving you my personal experience and it may not tailor to you, and that's okay. You just have to go do your own research. So y'all, until next time, make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And make sure y'all tell a friend who will tell another friend to come check out Summer Shoes. And until next time, stay armed, stay safe, and stay vigilant. Peace.